Okay, I'm streaming. How you doing, Volka? Anything you want to say? I don't think they can hear you actually because I'm on starting screen. I don't have a Discord. Hello. We are farming for our Bladedancer.
Human, can you hear me?
Huh? Bladedancer. Hey. I see. Where the fuck are the axes? What the fuck? Oh. You remember some resets from the strat to the glove experiment farm for the Bladedancer? No. You do that for XP. You cannot reset it. I mean, if you wanna use the crafting, you have to finish it, you know? I'm preparing a crafting video. I started it today. It should be up tomorrow. I'll finish it today. So I'm gonna do a crafting video explaining how to craft all the items in the builds. It's gonna take quite a bit of effort, but I've been preparing like all the gear and all the materials in my legacy, so I can make like a full-on. So I actually show live examples of the crafting, you know. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do primordials, I'm gonna do havoc strats, I'm gonna do how to get early gear. I'm gonna talk about the rune glyph of chaos. I'll do everything. Basically. Everything I know, I'll share. It'll be pretty useful. No, I am farming tier 7 to slam. I don't just need an Excel that has affix and havoc in it. No, Embrace, if you find any tier 7, for example, any gloves that have tier 7 suffix and 2 random prefixes, you can go into the Exile, into the prison complex, change one of the prefixes randomly, it's random, change one of the prefixes to the experimental affix you want. Let's just say you get a tier 2 of, the tier you get is random too. But then you use Havoc and your tier 7 prefix, you change it for the, you know, you hope for to hit the one you want and then you slam, right? So you don't need the item doesn't need to have it by default. You can just add it, but you want to have exalted with a tier 7 suffix, so that way when you craft the experimental affix on Room Prison, there's not a chance for you to lose it, you know, because otherwise it could actually take it from you.
Can hear me?
I got a date for the weekend. Thanks for Mr. Lisa. Love advice, doctor diagnosing. Holy Nordic. What kind of date we're talking? Is it someone you're really interested in, or just something more? Let's see. Proper interest on the tier list? If you had to, is it a S tier potential, or what are we talking here? Are you basically, are you excited? All I'm gonna say is my love advice has actually got people merit, and this is verifiable. Magic in my chat on his first date with his current wife and mother of his children, actually redeemed love advice that he actually used, and he ended up marrying her. Like, I'm not trolling, it's true. So, I actually got a wife, a chatter, a wife, and a kid. So, well, it's a girl, Bella. She's called. She was born. I think she's about to be. She's probably like close to 1 year now. Someone I've been interested for a while, and she also. It's just that he's very busy and struggles finding time. I'm really excited, and I believe she is too. Oh, that's so nice, man. You know, just be yourself. Don't be don't be nervous. And my most important tip when dating someone, always be yourself, because you can only hold a lie for so long. Like, don't try to pretend someone who you are not. In terms of, like, you know, what activities you do with her, or what topics, conversations, things like that. Because a lot of the time, I think men especially, I mean, I know I was like that, tend to be very, I don't know, tend to not be genuine when dating a woman they're super interested to, because they're scared of, it's just insecurity pretty much, right? Especially when you're younger. And sometimes it works. A lot of the times you can fool the girl into thinking you're someone you're not. Oh yeah, I don't like games. Oh yeah, I like working out. Oh yeah, I love the beach. Okay, fast forward 3 years. You spend every summer in the beach. You fucking hate the beach. It's not gonna work. Just be genuine, be honest. If she's gotta like you, she's gotta like you for who you are. Don't tell her you don't game, or you only game, like, you know, an hour a day, you know, and then she finds out here you are hiding that you want to play for an entire patch, you know.
Human, over here.
All this girlfriend advice are fine, but do you have any advice for Uber Avaroth? Yes. I would say watch my video about how to place lasers on Uber Avaroth. I think that one, especially if you're not playing a build that can just one-shot it, I think that one's very useful for newer players. It's on my YouTube. Just type lizard, lasers, Uber Avaroth, last epoch. It should pop off. Maybe if you do exclamation Uber or lasers, I have a command, maybe? Maybe? Thank you, Mr. Doctor. Happy to hear this advice. Is your sharing? Appreciate, mate. Yeah, you know. It's very important. Like, oh man. And you see this a lot. I think men do this a lot, you know. And obviously what Jacob Blades is saying, you don't need to be straight up honest about everything on the first date. You know, you don't have to tell them, hey, by the way, like, I had a phase in my life where I masturbated 14 times a day to anime. Like, you don't have to do that. You know, but just try to be genuine. Don't be scared to disagree with them, you know, without being confrontational, but just like, hey, do you like this? Don't say yes just because. Let's just say she says, oh, I want to go sushi, and you fucking hate sushi. Just say, actually, you know, I was thinking about something else, you know, I'm not so much of a sushi guy. Do you want to try this? Don't, you know, don't say, oh, I hate sushi. Try to be smart with your words. But at the same time, don't go through something you don't like just to please someone, you know. Eventually in the relationship, you know, it's fine to give up sometimes for the other person. Just as a, hey, you know, like, I know you like this, so I'm doing it for you. That's fine. But you don't want them to think you actually, like, love it. No, eventually you can have these conversations with a partner, hopefully, you know. Like, you know. Like, you should see the conversations I had with my with my girlfriend, and we were honest, you know. We've seen some freaky shit. But that's probably not something you want to open with, right? Total consent. and I loved it. Hey, perfect, you know. Sushi is a pretty... I mean, sushi is a pretty hot date, I think, Nordic. Sushi is quite intimate, you know, raw fish and shit. It's definitely not... It's definitely, like... It's definitely not friend-zoney, you know? Like, burgers are pretty friend-zoney, I think. If early game, your dates are burgers and shit, that's dangerous, bro. I think after you seal the deal, after you're in the end game, then you can do burgers just fine. But early game might break your build, you know? You don't want to be breaking your build, your progression. You might need to respec and stuff. It's not good. The sushi path, the sushi weaver tree is pretty good. Yeah, but as first, I mean, there is points where, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because I agree with you, but that's why I think it's better in the, you know, you have the sexy dates, and then you have the dates to see if she's a keeper, you know. But if she insists on having keeper dates early game, it's because she wants to keep you as a friend, you know.
Human, you can hear me?
Yeah, but I mean, those are the best, no, Nordic? You're going it with some baggage, you clearly care about it, much better than some random hookup, you know? Like, hell yeah. At least that's what I think. Especially when you get older, you know? Like, talking to a random person, it gets boring, no? Just because you're there just for what you are, you know, and... can be very superficial. Yeah. Oh, nice, man. Glad. Hopefully there's no bugs, no disconnects, you know, on your date, and yeah, good luck. I don't think you need it, but you never know. Wake me up inside. Okay, I just got talking about my girlfriend. I have a side quest, very small side quest, but I might need to do it. I'm farming gear for the Bladedancer. We're getting a helmet. I got a very good helmet yesterday, Exalted. So basically I want to use it. I want a 3LP, whatever it's called. Peak of the mountain. Well, there you go. Catch the pigeon. I have now helped you as expected. that video, yeah, a lot of people. Because the problem is, like, most people who do Uber Aberoth don't really do Uber Aberoth, you know. Like, they kill it, but no, they're not random. They lock on you, and yeah. And if you have a build that doesn't have a lot of the thing is, like, if you have enough DPS, the lasers don't fucking matter because you get to the last phase before there's enough lasers for it to matter. But if your fight is taking longer than like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, And if it's even taking longer than that, which is quite normal for your first skill, yeah, not good, you know. I should speed just rated your stream. Ruff! Ruff! Tell him I say that. Let's see what he thinks.
Can you hear me?
Ruff! Can 1LP Warpath actually beat Ubi? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think my character can currently beat Uber. I think I could die, so I don't want to die yet. And I don't really need anything from Uber yet. I'll probably attempt it first with my Bladedancer just for fun, you know. I think that will be exciting. I would recommend if you can, if Immortal Wise allows you to tank the slam, I would advise you to keep the Immortal Wise.
Can you hear me?
Only if you can tank the pizza, keep them on. If you cannot tank the pizza, then they're useless basically. Because the reason you wear those gloves on that fight is because a lot of characters are able to survive the pizza slam only with the gloves and not without it. Warpath is one of them, by the way. Like with Warpath, once you get the gloves, like you basically don't die to the pizza and you're Gucci. I never meant to hurt you. I never want to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning up my closet. I have a big anyway, so yeah, but Immortal is more for the dot slam. Yeah, but I mean, fuck the dot slam. Like, don't get hit by that one. And be careful, I don't know what build you're playing, but if you're playing Warpath, be careful with the rebuke. Because if you rebuke, it means you stop spinning, so you lose all your damage, right? You have to ramp again. And only for super emergencies, you know. We're gonna do a tortoise that is gonna be epico, you know. Where is my snare? If you're done solely for killing Aura, what would it be? Only for Uber Abaroth. Probably a Recall Recall Blade Falconer. We don't have it on max roll yet. It's the build Potato used to win the race on softcore. Probably something along those lines. Fucking hell, my thingy. I don't know, it's not going where it needs to go. What the fuck? Okay, now. Wait, what? What is happening? Maybe an Abomination also, honestly. Abomination, pretty cozy with it. in hardcore. Better than the anything else, I think. People also kill it with Falconeer a lot. Just in general, Ballista, something like that, you know. But bro, I was looking, guys. I was looking at the ladder yesterday on Ellie Tools because Ellie Tools now has like some really cool features. Really cool features. Like for example, you go to Ellie Tools, right? And you can see obviously I wish we had this, but it's a lot of developing. But basically, if you check like what the people in the top corruption and softcore are doing, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like for example, let's just pick someone randomly. I don't know, you. You can go to the bottom, and you can tell that level 99 took 7 hours 41 minutes, and they have died 646 times, brother. And all of them are like this. Like, huh? 650 deaths, like in less than a week. Like, what the? Someone has to chrono. Like, how many deaths per minute is that? It's crazy, no? Sure, they're like going. Don't get me wrong. They're going high corruption with basically no gear, and they're just corpse rushing, right? They're corpse rushing. It's like zero skill, just like brute force corruption, and so you appear in the ladder, right? I get it. But holy fuck, like playing like that sounds absolutely miserable. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I mean, obviously the players are just playing the most efficient way, which is like go CHP and just be, you know. Also, I was looking, the corruption stuff, there's definitely something going on. There's some carry services or something. I don't know exactly how they do it, because I never played trade. Maybe you guys know. But there's people at like 4,000 corruption, level 98, you know. So there's definitely some corruption boosting services going on. Where like someone basically, I don't know exactly how it works. But someone's getting mats funneled or something into them, like... Don't they just group? Yeah, but I don't know how... I think one guy pushes, right? And they just funnel all the like gases and all the needles and but how do you get to 4k corruption without being level 100? Like, are they just not... I guess they're just dying. And they're just doing... I guess they're just funneling the mats, no? They're funneling... Can you transfer temporal keystones? You just give all your temporal keystones to a guy, do the boss, so you get gases, and then straight into Orbis, no? Or what? You can't anymore? Needles too? Can you give needles or no? Because I think you were able to do it, and then I think there is like a... No? I think there is like an abuse, no? With the Confluence of Oblivion also. But again, I've never... I mean, I don't play softcore and I don't play trade, right? So I don't really know how it works. I know it exists. How much of the time crit in LE? No. They changed the matcher, huh? Interesting. Yeah, because they were funneling, right? So in group play. Yeah, but there is definitely some interesting... I was looking at some of the characters, just thinking, is there any interesting builds that I should look at or whatever? Which, by the way, everyone's just playing macro builds, pretty much. Or the Shadow Rent, one version or the other. So nope, but macro bad, I guess. Is Rive Pointer considered ethical? I think it's ethical. Very ethical. Very, very ethical. The macro covers most of the cool builds you can do in LE. Yeah. But I mean, we're talking 1-to-1, you know? Like, straight up, whatever. It's just funny how people complain so much, but then... Like, nobody likes us, but everyone plays, like... I mean, just say... You can say you don't like it, but the builds are good, you know? Like, hey, I don't like big websites, but I must admit the builds are good. That's fine, you know? You don't have to like the website. But don't, you know, oh yeah, macro builds are bad. It's like, what? Bro, you have 650 deaths and you're playing like a build. Like, like, huh? Bat? Define bat. You like macro? Thank you, thank you. That's nice. I've seen a guy who pushes corruption asking in chat to do people's fading brick, I think, in order to farm temporal keystones. Ah, interesting. So they share maps. Interesting. I mean, it's like a whole world, so... I mean, the loot filters were... I mean, but if you go to the last epoch, guys, if you go to the last epoch, Discord, the official Discord, and you just go in and type max roll. Get ready to get cancer. They're so vocal. I don't even know how that is allowed by the mods, but... Yeah, PoE, I understand, you know, because PoE is a weird game. What are the odds of fixing Warpath back today? I think they're pretty high, actually. I know, because we didn't have a patch yesterday, right? So I think they're pretty high. Tuesday patch sounds... Wednesday patch sounds good. But maybe they wait for Friday before the weekend, get everything they can in a single patch for the weekend. But I think they're pretty good. From having never geared to use macro build, I thought to me a lot that I missed in my own build crafting. Yeah, I mean, that's normal. But I you know, I respect. Like, I think your first character should always be your own character to learn. Don't check Caracal Smoke Bomb. I mean, we can do that. Yeah, I mean... What is he doing? I'm kind of curious now. Ay. I'm ready. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? No. Armor shred. Oh, armor shred. 2 stacks of on ballista. Oh. Like. Okay, like, take this, please. I'll take like a point in area or whatever. What is this for? Is he doing... Is he playing dive bomb now, or what is he doing? Isn't he playing ballista? Wait, what the fuck? What? What is this for? I mean, okay, I mean, you know, maybe he's doing a challenge or something. Maybe it's a challenge, Afro. Every time it's happening in the last phase. Oh man, that sucks. Well, hopefully they fix it ASAP. Just wait for it, High Noon. Just do something else, you know. I'm sure you can get upgrades somewhere else. Just wait. Don't smash your head against the floor. Just wait. Hey, what's up, Circuity? The cazzo. Let me look at my crap. What the hell? But I mean, Afro, what is that? Like, what? Oh my god. All you had to do was copy the Maxwell one. Fucking hell. And by the way, everyone playing the Shadowrend build, bro. Like, I looked their planners, I looked their skill trees. They're taking notes that don't do anything, like... Yeah, no comments. Like, I went in and I actually tested every node to see if it works or not, and they don't. Like, for example, the node here that gives you Umbral Blades on use, if they proc from shadows, they don't work. You know? Then a lot of people are doing the crit multi, but it's on use or recall, so it does nothing if you have like the automatic explosion if you're not recalling. Like half of the skill trees literally don't do anything from the people playing the build, and they have no idea, you know. But the build is so OP that you can get away with murder, you know. Best way to get Confluence of Oblivion, didn't imprint it. I could do an Echo Node, but I can't get a new one. Kill Shades non-stop, basically. If you're playing softcore, QLB, you could also spec into the Shade Ambush thingy. What is it? Yeah, the Shade Ambush. So you will fight more Shades. Are you using both Omens Chains nodes or only the 80%? I'm not using Omens yet. Like, I've been doing mages on my Bladedancer, and I've been doing just regular beast and stuff on this guy. I'm just farming Peak of the Mountain. We're gonna do a Tortoise, try to get a 3 LP, and because I have a pretty good helmet for my Bladedancer that I wanted to slam. Yeah, we'll take a look at the Profane Oblation stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Absolute jammer. You know what's exactly causing the bug? It's using abilities that Voidwell cannot read. If you go more negative than 0, Voidwell doesn't proc. It's with anything. But Abyssal Echoes takes you to 0 and it like goes crazy basically. But Abyssal Echoes is the main thing because it's like more unpredictable. The game can't catch up. They know they told me they have a fix, so. I think we'll do a Tortoise soon. Oops. Should I be able to do Uber? If you have the tankiness. Yeah. Yeah, what's a lot of people in softcore are playing Flame Brief on the corruption pushing with mana strike. Sounds strange to play, but I mean, it did get buffed a lot, so it might just do really good damage. I mean, it's pushing like 1k corruption, but, you know, and softcore, so it's not like anything. Like, holy fuck, must take a look at this. I need more Havoc runes. Kill all the beasts possible, you know. Do all the beast stuff and pick up, type rune in your Weaver. You know, type rune and pick everything that says rune. Okay, let's do what?
Human, over here.
Is the other mech in the game worth doing besides Monolith? What is the other mechanic besides Monolith? Arena? No. And when you're doing Beast and you pick the evolution, you know, when you talk to the egg thingy at the, on a cave, make sure you look for the rune reward, because if you pick that, they can drop a lot. Arena and dungeon, you only do dungeons when you need them, right? Which is what I'm doing right now. I need the item from this boss, so that's why I'm doing it. And then you only do arena if you want to push arena, basically. Sometimes you must do Arena of Champions early game to get a specific unique for your build. You know, if you need like the boots or whatever. The champion boots. But you can get them through Monolith now. Through some Woven Echoes. The Colosseum or whatever it's called. Pick it. Okay, one more, and I think we go tortoise. Can be fucked. What do you do differently on the Center level guide to swap Judgment Aura around level 50? I just spec Judgment at level 50. That's it. As Aura instead of... I go first point into Aura, then second point into Concentrate damage, third point into Ignite Concentrate damage, third point into high health damage to get to mana, and that's it. And then you put points into duration, area, etc. The mana, the last thing for damage, because you cannot afford it early game. And you don't have a lot of mana to begin with, so it's not that impactful. You have a guide to endgame, how to progress? I have some things, yeah. Blue Eye. I have a progression tips video on my YouTube that I think that's pretty much a must watch if you're a new player. Progression tips. Let's see. Okay, I think we call it a day for now. I don't want to be here for 2 hours. Yes, sir. Yeah, I have a... If you go to my YouTube and you scroll down to last season, it's not that much scrolling, and you just type progression tips or whatever. You should have it there. Okay, I should go... Where? I always forget. Where do I have this? This? I have a timeline with nemesises and shit. Okay, it's not that. Not this. Is it Last Ruin? No. Is it Age of Winter? Yes. But I'm gonna need more, so... Yeah, all the mats are shared between your characters. I was talking about characters from different accounts on party play. Holy based build. Why does my warpath stop and reset? Because there's a bug currently with Voidwell. They're gonna fix it. But basically, if my abyssal echoes procs right is the thing that takes me to negative mana. Voidwell can't pick it up, like it doesn't, you know, and it doesn't proc. Oh, by the way, I need to do something here. Oh no, never mind. They're gonna fix it. No. I've actually talked to a dep and told me. Like, the dep literally told me, my best friend in real life is playing this build and complaining all day. I'm working on a fix. That was literally his response. Like, imagine you're friends with a dep, you play their game, and you run into a bug, and you're just, you know, messaging them on WhatsApp. Fix my fucking build! Pretty much what's happening. So, you know, the power of friendship, I believe in, you know. Where is the towers? Cemetery. Where the fuck are the cemeteries? Dude, I completely... Okay, not bosses. Cemetery of the renewing thing. Where the fuck are they now? Did they change the order? No, I don't know anything. Okay, not here. Great, okay, there we go. Fucking hell. And then we need Fartside Turtle. I understand why players get doubtful. Oh, yes. I clearly understand. Oh, man. I forgot something. Fuck, I have so many chores today. I might need to leave soon. Okay. Good.
You have my approval. You have my approval.
You have my approval.
You have my approval.
Good.
You have my approval. You have my approval.
We got a couple. Oh. Any strugglers? No. One second. Huh? Okay, we have the 3 LP peaks. Okay. What are the chances on this item? Pretty high because the item is I don't really care about the attributes that much. Crit is needed though. Might as well reroll some other stuff I have. Falcon. I don't have that much stuff though. I think that's fine. Rings. I have a lot of rings. Well, let's begin. Oh man. Imagine you could click a bottom, you know. Oh. I'll do it like this, I think. Yoo-hoo! I'm on a crap. Three, four. Heirlooms, maybe. Siphon. Lots of siphons. Oh, forge. Did they roll good? Absolute horrible. Alright, anything else? I don't think so. Heirloom. I need them. Peaks. Okay. Is there a transfer all bottom? I was testing you guys. I was testing you. Right. Transfer all, unfortunately, doesn't work the way you guys think it works. Feels bad, man. That would be good, though. That would be good.
I will have it. Escape is impossible. So much to learn.
Where's the helmet I like? Hey, not a pussy, you know? Well, back to the Bladedancer, guys. I had a good helmet for it. I don't I don't have a good helmet anymore. I don't know what happened. Yeah. I mean, if I find helmets now, at least I already farmed the what is it called? The peak of the mountain, at least, you know. Let's continue our journey of farming. So I think Bina upgraded the filters, no? Yesterday? Should probably Oh shit.
Might have to drop something.
That's a lot of damage. I should probably re-export them from my profile thingy.
That was close. Might have to drop something.
Dex. Can I make this work?
Easy. Too easy. Might have to drop something.
Kind of cool. The judges. Yeah, Abomination, Strength Stacker, Endurance Stacker going crazy. The could potentially be really good eventually for a DPS. But good. Sure. Why are you going here? Dodgers or this. Pretty good. This one my. Alright, let's re-export the filter. Load my profile. Hardcore builds. Port Filter. Uber strict. Generate. Hardcore builds. Then for the wanted stats, what is the wanted? That's bullshit. One. Take off penetrate. Okay. Hybrid health is gonna be on its own rule. Potion, we have enough now. Mean all of that can go off. Acolyte, all the classes specific we keep. Experimental. We're gonna have different rule. Confirm. And I do blue. $19. And then we do hybrid health rule. I like having hybrid health separately because it's hard to get. We have it tier 1. And then we create another one. Like 4. All right. Should work. I didn't press it.
Not happening. Not happening.
Is that a portal? A broken stone? Take it. They removed the dark blue I liked for my... I don't know if I like that color anymore. Because it looks like a... Brazil! Is the World Cup gonna be in Brazil, by the way? I heard. Why not tier 8 belt? Because you cannot get intelligence on belts. That's why. That's why we use Orients, because it has int when belts can't have int. Right? That's the value of the belt. Canada, Mexico, USA. Oh, I don't know why it was. I heard Brazil. It was Brazil not long ago. Ah, okay. The infamous Brazil Olympics. Holy man. Grand Theft Auto edition. All the fucking athletes going partying and getting fucking robbed and shit. I'm not using Thornslinger. I'm playing Shadow Cascade now. Exilk. Oh man, we have logos and everything now. You guys saw the logo? I'm gonna have to get used to this. Fila da puta, da puta, da puta. No worries, Exil. Is your endurance threshold reduced? No.
Not happening.
Pretty good. That's really good, actually. Really good. What's this showing? This was tier 7. I guess I have a build that uses this affix. Oh, almost good. Look up in the sky, you make me feel so high. Look up in the sky, you make me feel so high. Dude, I'm having a blast this season, regardless of the, you know. Who log in? Is this the best season? I think it is. I think it's the best season. Yay or no? I mean, regardless of player count and like actual gameplay, you know, actual, like you're playing the game. The balance is as bad as always, so that's not a factor. But there's stuff to do, there's stuff to look forward, corruptions are fun as fuck, like... And you have everything you had in the old ones, because you didn't lose anything, so how can it be worst? I mean, I think the only reason why Season 2 might be better, in terms of like as a... It's because there was the official, well, the season run race, and that made it pretty hype. But obviously, if you were not interested in the race, like that was kind of like outside of the game. You know, it's not really. But I think if it comes to like gameplay and filter, Baspa, just from max roll, the only thing I added is I added a rule from hybrid health as a different color, like this one. But it's just a max roll filter.
Not happening.
Oops, forgot one. But I think this might be the... I think this is my favorite season. But again, it was not as hype as, you know, Season 2 with the Season run race and stuff. Like 0.2 was fucking huge, you know, with Uberoth, first Uberoth. First microphone? Fixed. Yeah, room prison can be rare. Can be rare.
Not happening.
Isn't so good. It broke my microphone. It might be actually. It's so good. Yeah, but jokes aside, I really hope, you know, I know people are like playing WoW and people are playing. I really hope like people give this season a chance. Like for once that it's like. And then, to be honest, I was thinking about it because I talked about this earlier. I was looking at the statistics from the players who are playing pushing corruption in softcore, and I think, like, again, you do what you want to do, right? If you have fun doing that, do that. But obviously, I don't think the average player is gonna have fun dying 600 times in a week, right? I feel like, dude, a lot of the people who think like there's nothing to do in last epoch or the endgame this or the endgame that, is because they legit think all you do is push corruption with CHP ballista and die every 2 maps. Like, bro, my highest corruption is 300. I haven't even done the new shit. Like, and I have so much things to do. So how, like, you know? Like, I think some of it is like player fault, honestly. But I guess the devs should do something to prevent that from that narrative being. Like, if you couldn't do that, if this like corruption pushing softcore, if death, corpse rushing bullshit was gone. Because I see a lot of people in my chat, new players, and they told me, hey, I'm a new player, I'm at 400 corruption, I'm stuck, I cannot get items, blah, blah. It's like, okay, if you're a new player, first of all, why are you at 400 corruption and you don't have items? Like, get your items, bro. I mean, and that is true, you know, if you want to play the game for longer, hardcore definitely adds weight. But even if you play softcore, you could just try to play softcore like a bit more, you know, I guess until they add some penalty for death. Doesn't have to necessarily be experience. This will never change, right? Infinite scaling endgame is always a dead end. No, like, imagine it's like if you die in softcore, on a map, that map no longer drops loot. You can finish it, but no longer drops loot. Which is basically losing the map, like in PoE, right? Problem solved. Because people wouldn't push high corruption because they die every map. Or, you know, in order to push high corruption, you would have to make sure that you don't die every map. Otherwise, you have no loot, you have nothing. So there is ways to, without fucking up the casual, to prevent this mindset of just like corpse grinding, you know. You will still have people pushing for EPness, but I think it would make the game have more weight, you know, for the average player, and they wouldn't compare themselves to those people. Like, no penalty for that means that, I mean, guys, if I open up the planners who are pushing like 800 corruption. Okay, because I did a bit of lurking yesterday, you know, trying to see if I could steal some builds, but they were all playing our builds, so I couldn't steal anything, and I was sad, right? No yoinking no yoinking. I am the one yoinked. But jokes aside, bro, the builds that people are playing are like not builds. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you an example. And again, this is nothing against the players themselves. This is just to mention the state of the game in softcore, which I think it's a bit. For example, in PoE, people go pretty glass cannon-y, or if you play Delph or whatever, sure, there's some exceptions. But in general, you really don't want to die in PoE softcore, right? You really don't want to die. So you do, you know, you definitely make your, you know, you definitely try to make your characters, even if they're squishy, you definitely want to consider defense. Even if you're like a Fopgun guy, right? You go evasion or, you know, but you definitely don't want to die. But,
Not happening.
but I'll show you what I mean. Well, basically, this is very interesting now that Ellie Tools has this. I wish we had it, honestly. I'll ask for it, because well, let's see. But basically, if you go to Ellie Tools and you go for to the ladder section, you can actually see what people are doing, right? And you say, what the fuck? There's a marksman, 4,000 corruption. What the fuck? What is this guy playing? You click on the character, right? I mean, he is playing full 1k health, full damage, full dexterity, fucking minus resistances, you know? And he has died 1,048 times. 1,048 times! In a week! You know? And I'm like, you know, why? Is this good for the game? Is this meta good for the game? I mean, respect, you know, nothing against the guy. It's just like, is this good for the game? You know? I don't think it is. I just, and you think, oh, it's just him. No, it's not him. Let's take a look at the rank 1 guy. He's probably died another 400 times. You know? 400 times. I just don't. I just don't think it's like, yeah, like this should be like the developers should put. The developers should definitely put systems to prevent this the way to play, you know. You're a new player, you need some tips. What tips do you want? What topic? And again, nothing against the guys, you know, like, hey, you play however you want, you have fun, you know, I'm not... Like, if you like pushing corruption and corpse rush, like, I'm not trying to criticize them. I'm just saying that EAG probably has to do something to prevent this from being, like, what people strive to do. And I think some sort of death penalty has to be added, you know. It's mandatory. And I don't think that that penalty has to be experienced, because that's very frustrating for players who don't have a lot of time, right? If you're a new player, I don't know. I think XP penalty, like in PoE or like on D2 or whatever, I don't think that would be... A lot of people don't like... They like to play Last Epoch to be a bit more relaxed, right? So I don't think there necessarily has to be an XP penalty, but there should definitely be some sort of like loot penalty and -10 corruption and death. I don't know. I don't know if in I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think like if you die, you just loot the loot. You just don't get loot on that map anymore. So at least, you know, not incentivize death. Because the people who push corruption, just because how mechanically it works, they would still do this. Like the way to push corruption in softcore is to die 1,000 times, right? So I don't think you can do anything about that unless corruption is reworked completely, right? But yeah, I think the fact that there's zero friction on death makes it... It's like, you think, oh no, friction is gonna be better, but it makes everything weightless. And again, it doesn't really affect me because I play hardcore, right? It doesn't really affect me. But I think it will be good for the game overall. So, I don't know. Is there a build that uses the primordial bow? Yeah, you can use it on Hydra bow. I think I use it also on Hell of Arrows, just because it's a stat stick. But if you type, we don't have it on Maxroll yet. We might add it, because it's kind of a good build. But it's like, it's just worst CHP Ballista. But it's explosive CHP, explosive Ballista. If you just type explosive Ballista in YouTube, you should have someone explain the guide. And that uses the bow.
Not happening.
What if they separate the infinite corruption pushing from the main game? Like if you do it on an optional timeline? I don't know. I think corruption ladder as softcore. I mean, we all knew it was gonna be an absolute cheat. I mean, I said this, right? I said the corruption ladder on softcore is just gonna showcase the problems. It's just gonna make all the problems that are currently in the game public. You know, it's just a bad look. Because you're gonna see, you know, like all the boosting, all the RM thing, like, because now you can actually go click at characters and see the gear they have, and I mean, I'm not gonna accuse anyone of anything, but I mean, just type gold last epoch on Google and see what happens. Let's see if there's someone, you know, let's see if there's a service out there that exists that should not exist, you know. So. And then you have the people who play COF all together, who, like, you know, with resonances. Whatever, you know, that happens on every game. RMTs on every game that has trading, right? So you can't really prevent it, but you add this to the...
Not happening.
You add all of these things together and it's... Yeah, I mean, who wants to be a part of that, right? Fortunately for me, in hardcore, we don't really have these issues, right? So... But as a spectator, as you know, someone who plays the game, kind of don't really vibe with it. I think adding trade, that was a mistake and should be removed. I mean, people like it, you know. A lot of people play because of trade, but what do you think about altars? Yeah, I think it adds a lot of extra complexity for not so much variety. Like, I think because the altars, basically, it's very clear what is best in slot for you, kind of. So, at the end of the day, altars don't really add... for the build, if you're just playing one build, well, there is only one altar type, right? The one that is good for your build, and that's it. And once that has been figured out, which was figured out, I think, pretty quickly, like, everyone's using pyramidal altars, and everyone, you know, there's... The ones that are being used because they're just more efficient and currently-sized altars for the armor, you know. The type of altars that are being used are pretty... I think from the 13 or 14 we have, like, there's like, what, 3 being used? Because of... I do like the affixes, though. I feel like the affixes are cool. But yeah, I mean, it does feel like a bit of bloat, the idols. For the same result, really. Like, idols basically work exactly how they worked, you know? It's just like, okay, now I have a pyramid shape instead of like a star shape. Like, okay. I do like the affixes, though. I do like that are itemizable. But I wonder if there was a way to make it less confusing. Like maybe the affixes and the form could go differently. So you just pick the form, you unlock it through campaign or whatever. And then you just put in the affixes in it or something. But I guess it would be a nightmare balance. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. But I understand how it can be a bit daunting for no reason on new players. The corruptions, in the other hand, are super straightforward, right? Because they made it in a way that is very easy to understand. Even though the outcomes are... There's many outcomes possible and many weird things that can happen. But at the end of the day, you know that 90% of the time, or, you know, most of the time, you're gonna be getting some sort of, like, slam. Probably a corrupted affix, which is gonna be pretty good. Or you might just lose your item. Even though there's, like, 1,000 and thousands combinations that can happen, for a new... super strict. Like everyone, and it's familiar, right, to other games too, like Path of Exile, obviously. So yeah, I don't know, the altar stuff. Like when I started playing altar, right, I just started picking up altars randomly. Like, what is this? You know, why did I pick this up? It's like the first time I see a shape, I pick it. Like, would I ever use this? What is this? You know, like there is a couple affixes that are so fucking powerful that if you don't have those affixes, the altar doesn't really exist, right? Like this Profound Omens, it could be useful, but it does feel like in the end game, if you don't have plus Omens, right, and then you also have increased effect and increased effect corruption, you nothing else exists really, no? To me, it feels like, you know. The build of Maxwell uses cold. Yeah, the build of Maxwell uses cold because it's the best way to play it. If you want to play fire, just follow the guide and do fire stuff. Change everything cold for fire and change your abilities. The cold abilities, that is. Don't use... get them more fire damage on Firebrand. Firebrand stack. And don't spec Ice Barrage. Spec something else that you like. I think if I had to play a fire version, I would probably play it on Rune Master though. To get Glyph of Dominion. A bit more clunky, but it would do more damage. But it would be squishy as fuck. So... like, we try to make it very easy to understand with our guides by adding, like, you know, you want an altar with the purple stuff. And the other stuff there is just there for, hey, if you happen to hit this, this is good, as extra. They're meant to be, like, informative, the idols. You know, if you see an altar that is full of affixes, the important one is the purple one, that's why it's purple. Right? And the second most important one is the tier 5 or whatever, the second purple one. Any chance we see a melee speed farmer Shadowrun gameplay today? I can show it if you guys want to see it. You guys want to see the melee Shadowrun? I made a speed farmer.
Not happening.
But I made it. I already had it, but I added it into the guide. It does way less damage, and it's more worth. It's more speed, less damage, less AoE. But some people just like to go fast. I got stuck on the ground, that's why I logged out. There's a bug. I evaded by mistake. Whew. That was scary. It's scary, scary, scary. All right. How do you like the Shadowrun build? I think it's pretty good. It's very good. It's obviously very abusive. I don't know if it's gonna... How do you say this? I don't know if it's gonna stay the way... I don't think it's gonna survive. Like, you know... What's the bare minimum of uniques? You need cooldown on your belt, and you need cooldown on your... You need cooldown on the belt, you need cooldown on the boots, tier 7, to feel good, and you need the low life gear. So, all of that. People wanted to see the speed blend shadow rent.
Not happening.
That's how you play it, basically. So you spec shift, you go melee. It's less damage, and but it's faster, so. Are drops still going? Nope. They finished. I'll show it quickly, just so you see it.
Not happening. Not happening.
This is very basic gear. You wanna have primordial shadow bullshit on your body armor. You can make a lot of work with this, with better gear. Because you don't need the Kazan.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
This is like speed.
Not happening.
So you see the AoE is... It's not as crazy as the other one, right? Like with all the explosions going on, and you use Umbra Blades for mana. It's like a combination, basically. I used the technology I used on the bow version, on the melee version for mana, so you don't need to... But you know, you lose Umbra Blade explosion damage, you lose explosive trap, you lose quite a bit. You lose a lot of the multipliers just from being the throwing, which does more damage. But this one doesn't need any gear. You have the planner on the guide.
Not happening.
Hopefully that helps. Someone wanted to watch it. Is it true there is a penalty for farming Orbis by going a lower corruption and spamming one echo or a repeat? I mean, it's not that it has a penalty, it's that a lot of its drops scale from distance to the center. So obviously, if you're just resetting it over and over and over, this one is in the planner too. Yeah, this one is in the planner, guys. Like every time you watch my guides, you have the, let's just say you go to Shadow Rent. Like, obviously, I haven't had a lot of time because I've been streaming so much, right? But if you go Shadow Rent, you can go to gear, and if there's important variants, I'll have the speed variant here to explain the differences. But if you click on the planner, and you want to see, is there any, like a hardcore variant or something? You see here, I have the melee speed farmer variant, which is own skill tree, all the progression done properly, all the skill progression done properly, all of that. Like, I put the same amount of effort on any type of planner. So, for example, this happens too in, I don't know, if you go to, I don't know, Bear or something. And we used to have a hardcore planner too, for example. I don't know, I actually don't know if I have it anymore. Yeah, we see we have the hardcore version, we have the DPS version, we have the... But these are just variants, you know, if you want to check them out, you check them out, but... I don't want to bloat the main front page of the guides too much. Yeah, like the belt and the amulet scale from distance to the center. So if you want to get Omnis, you want to kill a shade that is like the farthest away from this thing as possible. Ideally, when you click over the shade, you want a shade that gives you plus 18 base, right? Not total corruption, base corruption. So when you look at where the corruption is coming from when hovering over the shade, make sure that it has the higher base possible. If the shade is not at least 14 and you're looking for Omnis or Shatter Chains, don't even do it. I'll look for a better one. It's a bit of an obscure mechanic, honestly. Those gates have a effect. As far as I know, no. Also, for example, if you catch up corruption, the drops will be calculated at the corruption you end at. So you can actually abuse that in hardcore, for example, too. Let's just say you have a shade in... you are at 300 corruption, but you're scared of going further. What you can do is you can make a shade go from 100 to 300 at plus 18, and it will count as a 300 shade when it comes to drops, even though you killed it at 100 difficulty. Because basically the moment the shade dies, your corruption goes up, and then the drops drop, right? So, kind of funny. Not super useful, but just so you know, like if you have a timeline at 300 corruption and you see a shade plus 18 at 100 corruption, it can still drop you Omnis. If the final corruption when the... Well, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, even though you killed the shade at 100, because it finished at 300, it can drop all the drops.
Might have to drop something.
I see you standing next to light. We can open eyes. My hybrid health. Very importante.
Might have to drop something. Might have to drop something.
Might be useful.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy.
Yeah, I'm working on a like a advanced crafting slash item obtaining video. I already have one that is kind of important to watch, in my opinion, if you're a new player, which is like progression tips for last epoch. I did it last season. It's still, everything I said there is relevant. Because a lot of people would question us like, okay, why are you using this item on this build instead of just using an Exalted or instead of using that? Well, because it's not just about what the item does, it's also about, okay, how hard the item is to get. Can I farm this item simultaneously as I'm farming other stuff? Etc, etc. For example, that's why we value Twisted Heart so much. Like, every character, no matter what character you play, every character will eventually farm dragons because you want to have a blessing, right? All of them. Every character will come here eventually to get the 20 all res or the crit avoidance or whatever the fuck you want. All characters will come here, which means you will drop Twisted Heart. Just farming the blessing, you will have it. So since it's like a freebie basically. and it's super well geared, super heavy statted. Gives you a shit ton of raw stats. It's guaranteed slam if you get 1 LP, right? Obviously, guaranteed slams are just broken for some of these items. Like, and yeah, I mean, oh yeah, but you could use this instead, and it's like an item that is 10 times harder to obtain, that you have to actually sidetrack from your main farming patterns and your main progression just to get that stupid item. And it's not even better, you know? So, yeah, a lot of the people who question our gear choices basically don't really understand the game. Because there might be some choices where you look at it and you go like, yeah, okay, that choice mathematically is better, but it's also 100 times harder to obtain. So is it mathematically better then? Would you go for an item that is 10% better if it's 100 times more hard to obtain? I think you're stupid. On aspirational, sure, but on endgame?
Not happening. Not happening.
And the same goes, for example, for red rings. Like you guys have seen me play this character, right? And play my warpath and stuff. What was harder to get? What was actually harder to get?
Not happening.
Red rings? Or I don't know. Like what is harder to get? Red rings with 1 LP? Or like a primordial with 2 LP with a good slam? What is harder to get in last epoch? Because my answer is clear. The 2 LP primordial is way fucking harder, you know? Way fucking harder. Not to mention you have to hit the slam, right? So you might actually fail. But people don't complain about that, you know? What is a primordial? It's a type of unique. People don't complain about that, but they complain about red rings on endgame. Bro.
Not happening.
What?
Mighty sword!
Hey, rank... What? Red rank Muppet. Thank you very much, bro. I hope you're enjoying last epoch. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're gaming, you know?
Not happening.
Having a lot of fun with the season myself. Your favorite RPG? Nice. Same. I mean, it's kind of like if I said my wife is my favorite woman I'm with, right? It's kind of like the same. But I mean, accurate. What is this?
Might have to drop something.
I'm learning the new Bina rules for the filter. I see, I see. Well, that is a bit too shiny, you know, for my taste. No. Any tips on improving damage on Uber Abaroth on frogs? I feel like I'm hitting him like a wet noodle. I mean, send me your planner and we can take a look at it. Okay! Actually, pretty good item. Dude, is my ballista build hardcore happening? Is it happening? I made a new one, no? Fuck that. BB. Holy, this tier 7 farming. Fucking hell. This could be really good. This could be really good. Very good. Basically, this is a perfect candidate for experimental gloves. Because it's like a really good base to begin with. Has a tier 1 prefix, which will allow me to seal later to get a second affix that I want. And tier 7 is on the suffix, so it's very easy to do experimental crafting to Havoc. And basically, it's pretty much guaranteed that you will get your tier 7 experimental with this. Unless you get extremely unlucky with what is it called? With LP, sorry, with fortune potential. My heart is sunshine. I should have kept that one. Good, Maze Gaming. Are you choosing to ignore my question because I asked a few times? I didn't. No, I didn't see it. Let me see the question, Phalanx. At what point level can you switch to your Bladestorm build from leveling? You can level with it. Like I leveled with it, so at any point you can switch. Phalanx. I actually think it's probably one of the best setups to level. I rather level with Bladestorm than to level with Shadowrend or level with and then you switch, you know. So I think Bladestorm early game is really good. It just gets outscaled by Cascade and Rend and some of the new builds. But it's still really good. I just missed the question, man. Not intentional. A lot of people asking questions.
Not happening.
And I'm gaming, you know. Hardcore gaming. Where's the planner? I'll take a look. Let me finish the map.
Not happening.
We'll take a look at the frogs or Mr. Spam or of Mr. Spam time and see if we can fix them. Oops. Misclick. Viewer shaming? It's viewer maxing. You guys don't understand. I'm helping. We're build maxing, not shaming. I'm not gonna mock your builds. I'm gonna help you build max.
Not happening.
All right, let's biomax Mr. Frogger. Okay. You have the tier 7 damage, that's good. You have tier 7 strength, not bad. Tier 7 and Viper. Increased area, and I assume you have it here too. Increased area. I mean, obviously, ideally, you know, you hit your stats on this one. You have heal effect. You have movement speed. Yeah, I don't see why you should be lacking damage, titles. And you're doing the 21 frogs, so define lacking damage, because your damage should be just fucking fine. And right now you should be doing like fucking 100 million DPS, you know, with this gear. Yeah, I saw it, Misha. Like, you should be completely fine. And I don't know how your crit chance is looking, no? For the froggers. How do you do that? Alt. Are you 100% crit chance? And what corruption are you pushing? Does it say? 500? Let's see, what have you done? You're making your life interesting. With you should take this note, by the way. 42 deaths. 42 deaths is acceptable. I don't think I'm death shaming him. I think it's acceptable. You're using Howl properly and everything, yeah? Calculate what the crit chance of your frogs is, because I think crit might be low. Just looking, don't you get flat crit per attunement or something? How do I Z? I think it's Z. Okay, frogs. I know. Yeah, I mean, how much attunement you have? No, you should have enough. You should have enough with the wolf howl. Should be more than enough. You have armor shred. No armor shred, no? Your crow is doing armor shred. Should be doing, yeah. You have enough strength. Yeah, he should be doing enough armor shred for you. You probably have too much strength and not enough dex, if I had to guess also. Too much strength maxing, yeah. But I mean, you didn't... It's not bad, but... I think you should be completely fine on damage. You are quite squished, though. You need like an extra... I mean, doing... I mean, okay, I see what's happening. Your gear is pretty good for damage, you know? But... you basically have what? 500 regen? So you get like what? Like 1k ward or something like that? Maybe a bit more. And 2k health. Are you crit avoided? 90%. It's not horrible. Are you just running into things? Are you just like running into things? You should be completely fine. Spam time. Take a look at the passives, but I mean, this I don't really like this myself. I would go there, but whatever. You don't need the crit, so who cares? Flat damage, important. Companion. It doesn't look bad. I would consider... Isn't there a dexterity note here? Oh, no, it's there. Okay, never mind then. I think this is fine, honestly. Yeah, you should be just fine. Aspect of the links. Well, aspect of the links doesn't do anything, no, for you, because it's companion. I don't think they're considered companions. They're considered minions, right? Otherwise you would do shark stacking. So, I don't know, what is Bina doing? You copy this basically, and you will be good. So completely useless. Get all the attributes. I don't think you don't. What are you missing? 10, 25. Do you have Berserk? You don't have Berserk, right? I mean, bro, why are you trolling? Why are you diverting from the plan? Don't divert from the plan, okay? Berserk gaming, bro. I'm 96. Well, you take the points at the moment, since you're dying, you take these fucking points and you put them on Berserk. Berserk is trash? Not if he's complaining about dying non-stop. It's not trash. Especially not when he has a vessel set up. Like, you know, like your fucking thing is gonna proc. And you have your regen going on. You're gonna be Gucci, you know. And you have endurance too. Like, you will be unkillable on your last, you know, 1000 life. Dying on minions equals bad? Yeah, we're trying to make him unbad, you know. Now he's gonna be good, you know. Why do you think he's asking for advice? Can I review your planner? What is this one? Ooh. Shatter Strike. I mean, you should have damage for Uber. And you should have damage for Uber with this. I think the boots... I mean, you have good implicits, but ish. I mean, holy nice. I think you should be kind of good. I feel like you kind of need... I think like you kind of need a 2LP Rin. It's a big difference, but... but whatever. How much... Intelligence and dexterity a bit on the low side. I mean... Get a Doom Ring. That's for sure. Nordic. Get a Doom Ring. Because, I mean, that's 16% more damage for you. Right? So for sure run a Doom Ring. With like tier 7 stats or whatever. Just doing gear checks. I mean, I was just trying to help people and, you know. And then you guys start spamming me with links and now I'm like Stanlock. Belt is okay. I mean, obviously it would be better. You need the fucking set for 20%. It's not bad. I don't know about I mean, I don't know about... I mean, I really like the new sword over Rin, but it's not bad. Your reses should be fine. You have cleanse? You cannot need cleanse. You cannot need cleanse. I mean, you have it on enchant weapon, but you cannot need cleanse. Because you're melee, you're gonna be getting hit by frailty non-stop on this build. Enchant weapon will save you, cleanse on enchant weapon, but I feel like, I don't know, with this level of gear, I don't know if you have enough damage to... It doesn't matter. I mean, just try it. You're softcore, no? Okay, someone linked me. I think this was... Catch the Pigeon. This is your planner, I think. And it's linking to nothing, so... And this... We're just playing Ladle, no? Nice corrupt there, you know? I mean, get a better ring, of course. Oh man, that is nice. This is some good corrupts. I would think cleanse on belt the new enemies on omens and shit. And this build generates a lot of words, so it's not as bad, but cleanse on belt for the, because like even if you have 10k ward, you get some of those poisons. What corruption are you pushing? 500, yeah. Ignite idol. Bleed immunity. If you could get poison immunity, but bleed immunity is kind of nice. Ignite idol. The ignite idol. What idol? Ignite idol. The your next ability has crit. Blah blah blah. Not bad. I would definitely wait it for a better fucking. I don't know if this was 3 LP with a corruption. Ah yeah. So the stun is the corruption or what? I would assume the stun is the corruption. Mana Flay, can you link it? We can take a look. But I think it's probably just for Ladle, no? For the extra Elmen. Yeah, it's probably just for... No, Mana Flay doesn't use Ladle. I mean, we can take a look. It's probably explained. Let's see. Of course, no ignite. Let's see. Okay, there is chance to ignite to get a source of exalt misery. Hit versus ignited, you know. You just need the ignite for the flay tree. Okay, Insomniac needs a better ring. We know that. Rest is looking kind of good, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want a better gloves, but you need the reses, right? No red rings is sad for me, but you know, Legends Entwined bullshit. Guess you want the set also. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What is happening here? Glacier traversal. Okay. I mean, I'm down. You need it for the invocation, right? I mean, Clásico. I kind of like these points, but up to you. I mean, it's good. Okay, last one. Okay, I do this too and then gone. Okay, then we have a Void Knight. Holy. Look at that corrupt. Holy man. This guy's looking giga actually. Very nice helmet. Not max roll though, Satch. Giga. Yeah, the axe is nice. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing that you have this kind of gear and this is your crab ring. Like, bro. What is this? It's like you're wearing Gucci, you know, and suddenly flip-flops from the Chinese shop down, you know. Holy boots. Those are nice. What's the implicit? Not even bad. Not even bad. Those are nice. What's that? And you did word gain on traversal. But is this, they're not corrupted? Like, what happened here? What is going on with the word missing when traversal? The word is the corrupt. Ah, it doesn't show the little logo, so I thought it was. Okay, well. And what is this? Just waiting for Shatter Worlds, I guess, so you don't want to bother, because you know you're killing Uber already, right? So because you're just waiting for Shattered. Okay, I assume the Necro Res. Pretty good. Good ring. Pretty low Doom chance, though. Whatever. You have so much attack speed with the axe. And you have to corrupt this or you're a pussy, so. Other than that, you know. Your altar. How good are your Omen idols to justify this? Frenzy that you don't have, right? This one is okay. I would change your altar at the moment. Your regular idols are good, but I don't think this is worth. I would rather have something with more more prefix effect or something. Dude should corrupt relic for frenzy. Well, he's trying. Okay, he's trying. Other than that, looking good. You're running rebuke. Just on the bar for emergencies, I guess. Not. I mean, I do that too. It's good. Warpad looking sexy. That armor shred. Looking good, looking good. Everything here looks good. I mean, these are unfortunate points. You can't do much, you know, either this or this. So I'll change them eventually. I'm using this for hardcore, but Paladino. Yeah, and proper tree. Just at a glance, proper tree. No deviation from the planner. Good. Yeah, it's good. And okay, last one. We have Dancing Strikes. Shuriken version. So you're playing the Dancing Strikes variant with no throwing. Like, I feel like if you're gonna play this build, you definitely click here, bro. What are we doing? Yeah, you're doing shuriken damage. Like, why not just scale full throwing? Yeah, you're fucking up. Big fuck up here. Get the throwing. You wanna figure out what you keep throwing. You're healing out from flow. And this build, by the way, very importante, okay? 120% more damage on your daggers. Very importante. And max this too. Over whatever the fuck this is. Very important. And I would take this also, since you're doing throwing, but that's up to you. Why are we healing from flow? Oh, I've been kicked. Well, you guys stun locked me for long enough. Flow. You said flow is healing you. Well, health gain on hit. I mean, I doubt that is it. Are you potioning by mistake or something? Are you sure it's flow healing you? What is a good build to play on mage until the unique offhand? You can play. I mean, you can level with a lot of things, but you can play with. You can level a bit with to regular Lightning Blast, honestly, without it. Or you could just play some sort of Glacier or Rune Master, you know, just play a Rune Master with an invocation. You could play Hydra Hedron or something. That's what I would probably do. Start Hydra and... yeah, Glacier leveling, and then you swap. Hydra. Yeah, Hydra and Rune Master is still pretty broken. Auto poison is also off. I mean, if you record some footage, we can take a look. That's not it. You're not even using that. Is Flow fucking Flow health on hit doing something weird maybe? Ah, yeah, that's what is happening. That's what is happening. You guys are right. Embrace. What is happening is like you have life still on somewhere. And you probably not 100% crit. Where? Let's find it. You're not wearing Doom Ring or anything, right? Let's see. Not on the items. I don't think you have life still here. You don't grab this, yeah? Not here. Press. Hurricane. You're not doing any of that, no? No. You're not shifting either. I have no idea. Are you applying the passive tree? In Ibiza? I have no fucking idea, actually. We need to see footage. If you record like a quick clip and upload it to Streamable, I'll look at it. Flow heals? Yeah, but it's like... it says it's like 6 on hit, no? And maybe you have so many hits with your shurikens that it's enough to heal you. What do you think is the fastest mapper on, let's say, 2K to 3K corruption, top 3? Dancing Strikes, Bladedancer. All the Bladedancers, basically. Warpath. No, he's not doing that. He already checked. It might be the health on hit from Flow. You have so many fucking hits that it's just healing you too much. I think it's probably that. Because, I mean, you have so many shurikens going on and shit, and Shadow Cascade going on, and so even if it's only 9 per hit, you know, suddenly you get healed by like 100 every time you do anything. That's my guess. But it should. I mean, you have a lot of hits, but not that many hits. So, but I don't know if you have your shurikens going on, and you walk through 10 enemies. You know, each shuriken heals you from 9. You have 5 shurikens minimum. So you're getting hit by 50 per enemy. If you hit like 10 enemies, well, I mean, yeah, if you're on density on an omen or whatever, and your shurikens go like, you know, imagine all of these are enemies, and you go, every is healing you for 50, right? So it just might be a problem where in density is going crazy. Erasing Strike or Warpath? I think Warpath way better. And then Ballista also, one of those, you know, like 2k Corruption Ballista. You don't even die at 2k Corruption, you just zoom. I don't know if I'm forgetting something super obvious, but I would say those.
Not happening. Not happening.
What's the best way to follow a Void Knight with a Paladin open? I would do some sort of like Abyssal Echoes, Time Rot hybrid, most likely. Hammers even. Is worth to put the word on Shadow Affix on Shadow Cascade Bladedancer? No, because if you use this body armor, my top ward is capped, right? So I won't get more ward, because you can only get up to 2 times your health. So right now I'm basically, you know, my top, I can only get up to 6k ward maximum. It's like capped, you know. Well, a bit more than 6k. It's not worth it. With Exsanguinous it's worth it, because your ward is uncapped. But then you don't have as much recovery and you rely on the affix completely. And if you rely on the affix completely, you can't build damage affixes because you're wasting your affixes on defense, right?
Not happening.
Is it tanky enough, though, with 6k ward? This one? Yeah, I think so. And keep in mind, I have the damage reduction from Dancing Strikes, damage reduction from Low Life, damage reduction from Well Moving. Like, this character is actually pretty fucking tanky. Am I leveling on Rune Prison? Yeah, I'm leveling on Rune Prison. I'm probably gonna stop at 95, because then it's not gonna be efficient anymore. Because I'm at 100 Corruption. I've been doing this since level 78 or something. So probably one more level and then I'll push higher Corruption. But it was nice, I got a lot of loot. And I have imprinted it, so...
Not happening. Not happening.
I'll have to leave today, guys. I'm busy in the afternoon, unfortunately. I have real life chores and work and meetings.
Not happening.
So I'll have to leave in like a... Yeah, pretty soon actually. Like an hour maybe. Unfortunate, you know. Yeah, it's fast, steering. And did you do the double enrage and all that?
Not happening.
Didn't kill it.
My research wasted.
The weird possession did not work. I never take that one on hardcore. Good for me.
Freedom at last. Freedom. You will take my place.
Not happening.
Freedom. My brilliance is mad.
Not happening.
My work. My research wasted.
Not happening.
I won't go back. I cannot.
Not happening.
Out of mana. I must break. My brilliance is unequal. I must break free.
I might use it actually for leveling some shit. Actually, it's too OP. I hate that build.
Not happening.
I hate it. Having to look for rares with the fucking axe, like I'm a slave. You know, you know, I have to clock in every 3 seconds or whatever for the axe proc. Ugh. The single target damage is absolutely stupid though. We have it on S tier on bossing, right? But I wouldn't play that build, even if they pay me. I played it last patch.
Not happening.
Harvest Flay, on the other hand, Giga Chat. CDPS, but Giga Chat, which is what matters.
I must break free. My brilliance is unequal.
It's so unfortunate how the state of Lich is,
I did
yeah. It used to be my favorite class. You hate the Reaper form mechanic? Dude, I'm a Reaper god. I love the Reaper mechanic. You know what I don't like? New Death Seal. That's probably the worst rework I have ever, they have ever done. Like, New Death Seal is... people
Not happening.
don't spec it. People use it as a fucking one-bottom flameboard bullshit. And if your build doesn't have a proc, it means you can't really fit it on your bar without losing something. You mean D-work. Yeah. That still used to, I don't know, man. The place I really like. If EAG came to me and said you want to design a unique, I will bring back old Dead Seal on a unique. That's how much I miss it.
Not happening.
my research. I cannot be contained. You will take my the judges will. I won't. Out of mana.
Almost as bad as the volatile reversal rework. When we started, that ability doesn't exist, huh? And they should have nerfed volatile reversal damage. They should have kept it just for mobility. But bro, can you imagine playing Turbo Vengeance on the Omens? How pok would that be? You know, like, oh man, like I'm getting wet just thinking about it.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy.
Unfortunate. They should have just made it so the more damage, they should have just reworked that. Make it like stacks of shred or whatever. What is all Dead Seal? I do not remember. All Death Seal was basically the death wave thingy on a... Now it's like that. Now you get the death wave on dash. It's kind of... Before it was like always pulsating and you become like a... That's probably my favorite build. Doesn't exist anymore. You can still play that wave, but with the bait and stuff, but eh. Not the same. You have a guide? It's the Shadow Cascade. Just follow Shadow Cascade in max roll.
Not happening.
I'm not doing anything differently. Or keep in mind that a lot of the guys who play max roll play hardcore too. So when we make guides, we try them not be like, you know, bad. And if you want to play the build full CHP, I mean, it's very simple. Ignore defense and go full damage stats. You don't need a guide for that, right? Which is what most people do in softcore. They grab a max roll build, they say the max roll gearing is bad, because they don't care about dying 1,000 times, and then they change everything for damage and say the build in max roll is bad, even though they died 1,000 times. So, yeah. I mean... yeah, they're pretty bad at dying. That is true. Based? I mean, is it not true? Like... Yeah, I'm playing hardcore myself. If you have the low life, it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do my first Uber on this guy because I feel like it's gonna make me feel things, you know. And I think it can do it pretty easily, but still, I've never done it with this class, right? So it's gonna be exciting. On hardcore, I mean. Actually, I've done it on Falconeer, but I mean, that doesn't count, you know. It's a cheese. I think Cascade is Giga, yeah. I think it's the best rogue build. Like, overall. Obviously, you have the Shadowrend bullshit, right? But at the same level of gear, I think this build is better. Like, on endgame planner, I'm not even trolling. And it's more fun to play, right? Shadowrend is just like a broken interaction that will probably disappear, so... Or should disappear, rather. How do I feel about Bladedancer? Really good. Really good early game, too. It's just good at everything. But I think Shadow Cascade is better. Oh, Tornado Shaman, really good. Really good, still. Especially if you do the arena strategy bullshit. Machine farmer, you know. I bet Tornado is just fucking crazy at omens too. When are we bringing back Volca to hardcore? Volca is locked in prison of testing. He doesn't have a lot of time. But I like Bladestorm. I think it's pretty much what I predicted, no? Good build. Like, it's, you know, between A and S, I think. Really good build. Especially early game. I think early game Bladestorm, just mechanically, like the fact that the Shuriken's shotgun and shit. Or you can hit multiple, you can hit the same enemy with all your Shurikens. Makes it really strong. But I think eventually, once you get the low life setup going for Shadow Cascade or whatever, it's better. Or if you get Word on Shadow Creation for Shadowrend, then, I mean, those builds are... Especially, I mean, the word generation on that build is stupid, right?
Not happening.
My brilliance is unequal. The judges will find you. I cannot be contained. To my will.
happening.
My research voice. You will take my I must break free.
Might have to drop some.
Nothing wrong with softcore. Nothing wrong. I played softcore for many years, and then I needed to feel alive, so I switched.
Not happening.
And to be honest, the way I play, I don't think I play much different. When I play softcore, I don't think I play much different than when I play hardcore, because I don't like dying, even if I play softcore. Because if my build is dying non-stop, I got a feeling that I fucked up somewhere on the build making. Like, I don't really like, oh, I just want the DPS to go higher and I don't care about any other stat. I think that's pretty boring theory crafting. If all you care about is one stat, I like caring about multiple stats, so I have to like puzzle them, right? And like balance them out and be like, oh, okay, what is enough damage? What is enough defense? When do, you know? It's a more I don't know, I find it more fun. And obviously more complex. Potato called out? No, but Potato can play hardcore if he wants. He just optimizes boss killers. But he doesn't do that then later. He's not like pushing corruption with a CHP build for a number in the ladder of 1000 deaths. Like Potato doesn't do that. Potato just wants to get the kill and then he plays pretty normal. And he could play hardcore if he didn't have... I'm pretty sure he would play hardcore if it didn't have... I think his internet sometimes is fucky, from what he's told me. I'm talking about the people who grab a build, they go absolute CHP, and then they claim that's the right way to play the build. Like, and then you look at their profile and they have 1000 deaths. That's the problem. Oh man, I'm so glad the stats are public now. We're gonna be some build shaming at the end of the season. Where, like, from now on, when someone tells me a build is bad, we're pulling the profile, guys. We're pulling the profile.
Not happening.
You know, like in League of Legends, link op.gg. Link it. Release the files.
Not happening. Not happening.
And then you have the, oh, but Maxwell test builds offline. They're not real builds. And then fucking, you know, day one of the season, fucking, you know, fucking leading every race since the game has ever existed, you know, fucking having better gear on my fucking offline level 95 hardcore character than I do on the endgame planners that I test offline. Fucking hell, man. That was pretty good. Fuck.
Not happening.
Do they only have breakpoints? No breakpoints. I mean, there is some breakpoints on passives, like, you know, if you have X attunement, this happens. But they're very, there's no hidden breakpoints or anything. Everything ramps linearly. Obviously, you have breakpoints on defenses, like, you know, grid avoidance and. But most of the stats in the game are completely uncapped and they have high diminishing returns, like armor, dodge, you know. Which people need to understand too. Like, for example, I was watching yesterday a guy play Shadowrend, and he's wearing idols with armor shred effect. But then I look at his boss kill and he has 300 armor shred stacks. And I'm like, does he know how armor works? Like, él no sabe. Obviously, shred until you can shred no more.
To drop something.
Yeah, exactly. So for those not understanding what I'm talking about, basically in Last Epoch, armor shred is like a curve, right? That has very high domination returns, and this curve for defense is the same for shred, right? It's like they're basically the same curve, yeah. They're completely symmetrical, right? So minus like fucking 5k armor is gonna be 63% damage, right? And if we go here, we go 5k armor, it's gonna be 63, right? So they're completely symmetrical. So then basically what we see is that if you have, let's go for the shred, I guess. If you have 100 stacks of armor shred, yeah, you're doing 78% more damage, right? So if you triple that, like to 300, for example, now instead of doing 78% more damage at 300, now you're doing 83. So you got like, you tripled the stat to get like, your overall damage is gonna go up by 4% maximum. You know? And again, keep in mind, by building that, you're actually missing on things, right? Because it's not like you get it for free, you have to invest on it. So the consensus is that you go for like 100, 150 stacks, more or less. And then after that, you focus on other buckets of damage, right? Which don't have diminishing returns, or not as big diminishing returns.
Not happening.
My brilliance is unequal. Mana courses through life.
Not happening.
I won't go back.
What are the stacks based on? Your armor shred chance. So it's like a bleed chance or armor shred chance.
Not happening.
Mana courses through you. Out. I cannot be contained.
Not happening.
Freedom at last. Mana courses. Mana. I cannot. I won't go back.
Not happening.
Nothing wrong. My brilliance is freedom at last. I cannot be my brilliance is freedom.
Might have to drop something.
Forgot to dilute.
Not happening.
My brilliance is I won't go back. Mana.
Easy. Too easy. Not happening. Might have to drop something.
I did.
Right, we got some loot here. Now, will I use this? Probably not. Pretty good.
Might have to drop something.
I won't use you.
Might have to drop
I won't
something.
use you either. It's tier 7. Maybe I used them. This could be pretty good. Give me. Nice. Oh. $22, really? I mean, I slam it, I think. A lot of damage. I mean, kind of sad, but... I feel so bored after playing Shadowrend. Yeah, use at your own discretion. What to play next? Play... Okay, hear me out, okay? Lord Manum. You play... Shatter Strike. Spellblade. Boom. Does an attack again? No, because I mean they have like a maximum duration. So obviously you wanna min-max your build where like at 4 seconds, you know, on a boss, you're at 100 or whatever stacks. If your build just gets free armor shred anyway, like you're playing marksman with sharpshooter or whatever. If you get more, you get more. If you're just getting them for free because your ability hits so often that even just building one affix that you need, you overcap it, then it's fine. What you should not do is like invest additional resources and additional affixes onto something you already capped. Right? That is the thing. Shatter Strike, yeah, Shatter Strike. Time to Shatter Strike. Got buffs, you know. Got crazy buffs. Word generation, new items. Like, it's Shatter Strike time, bro. What are you waiting for? Are you logging in? Are you creating the character? Are you calling him Lord Shatter? What word gen? The word on use is now word on hit, so it scales with density. And it's uncapped, so you can get like crazy word on omens and shit.
Escape is impossible. Sapphire Wolf.
It's like a Soulfist word now.
So much to learn.
Ah shit, I still have this, what the hell? We use a shitty one, I think. Where the fuck is it? Pretty good. And now, even better. Hey! What is the best way to get armor shred as Bladedancer, or do I get it from the skills? You get it from the skills, and you can get a single suffix on your weapon. You get some from the skills, though. What is the fastest way to get Temporal Sanctum keys? You kill as many timeline bosses as you can. Timeline bosses. You know, like, every time you have your stability, run the boss, run the boss, run the boss. Kill all the bosses. There is also a key exchange in Majelka on the map. If you go here, Upper District, there's like a key exchange thingy. It's definitely not worth it, but if you're desperate, you know.
Take care.
I lose a bit of HP, I think. Actually, maybe not. No, I get HP because my affix was dog shit. Okay, pretty poke actually. But now I got a shit ton of damage, so that's good. Any good way to farm Exiled Mage without the Weaver? What I'm doing right now. Room Prison Complex. You know? You get a Room Prison Complex and you enter. And then you just kill all the mages and then reset, you know?
Not happening.
Nemesis. Didn't see it.
Might have to drop something.
What are we going on? Don't tell me. What do we do? Best way to get towards Peter and kill Harbinger in Black Sun with corruption level can kill Avaroth. Just kill it over and over and over and over and over. Make sure you are COF rank 10. So you get the bosses have a 150% increased chance to drop their items.
The judges will find you.
I have to leave, guys. Unfortunately. At 3 o'clock. Too many side quests. Have a great day. 15 minutes. I have to leave. Might come back later, we'll see.
Not happening.
I doubt it, but because I want to make the crafting video. People been asking about.
Not happening.
Freedom at last! Freedom at last! My brilliance is unequal! Mana courses my research! I must break free!
And then you exit, right? And then you do the echo again. So it's like the only area where combat feels engaging and every system matters. That's very generous. Big true, big true. Big true. Get my all rests. Sure, I'll do the Harbinger. Uh-oh.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy.
I cancelled the explosion, so he walks to range to do it. Got scared there for a second.
This destruction pales before the void! Oh, parsley!
Oh, but it's a style. I have to organize. But I really need a weapon. Yeah, I mean, keep farming it.
Not happening.
Keep farming. You could use apathy small before that. But I had to do that too. Took me a long time. Too fast, there's no such thing as too fast. I don't have a Spirit of Fire. Let's grab the blessing. Before I leave, I have it. What's the easiest build to kill Uber with? Depends in hardcore of softcore, but... I mean, probably Shadowrend is the actual easiest now, because you just stand still. But you have builds that can just one-shot it, right? If you manage to... But you need to know the... You need to know the fight to do that. To do the... I would say Shadowrend is probably the easiest. Just stand still and he dies. Or minions. Yeah, one-shot is easier, but... But you need to do it, right? So... Too fast, I did too fast. There's no such thing as too fast. Okay, I have to go, sadly. Let's change my ads. Yeah, Umbra Blade Falcon one shot, most likely. Recall.
Not happening.
It insta kill. Yeah, it's one shot. It's an actual one shot. Yeah.
Mistakes can
Not
be
happening.
undone, but the lesson.
Okay. Okay, I have to go. Fuck, man, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Okay. We don't have the recall yet. I'll get it, but if you type in Google recall, you can find it. Because the problem is that build cannot map. Okay, it cannot map, so we need a mapping setup first. So yeah, that makes it annoying, you know, to create as a guide. Like, oh yeah, this is the best build for Uber, but you can't play it only for Uber. It's like, need to provide a good alternative, right? Anyone playing hardcore? Some small guy playing hardcore. How do... Any hardcore gamers? Metal Fingers is playing hardcore, right? Yeah, he plays hardcore. We'll go for this guy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back maybe, maybe not. If not tomorrow, very long stream tomorrow. Very long stream tomorrow. But today I have to do stuff. Unfortunately. Big kiss, big kiss. I'll try to get the crafting video done though. Big kiss, big kiss.